Brooklyn Independent Television.
Welcome to Brooklyn Review. I'm Brian Vines. Well, you've watched it rise from an underutilized rail yard to a weathered steel behemoth. And now the Barclays Center is opening for business. It's been heralded as a new city center and transit hub, and we're taking you inside and talking to the neighbors. It's a 10-second countdown that's been nearly 10 years in the making.
We are finally here to celebrate the grand opening of the Barclays Center Arena. Okay, and you know what? Here it is. Whoa, we got there. There we got it.
What we've got here is a $1 billion arena at the intersection of Atlantic and Flatbush that will be home to the National Basketball Association's Brooklyn Nets. But on this day, the 18,200 seats of the Barclays Center were empty, but media outlets from around the world packed the building's atrium for a sneak peek. While protesters gathered outside, elected officials and the project's developers took to the podium for a victory lap.
We needed to win 35 judicial decisions, and we did it. Now, this one's not so funny. We needed to survive the worst economic climate in 70 years, and we did it. And we needed to finance an arena when no one thought that was possible, and we did it. And we needed to keep our promise to bring the first sports team to Brooklyn since 1957, and we did it.
In the past, Brooklynites had to leave our borough for world-class entertainment and sports and head over to Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Nassau County, Saratoga, Yonkers, Homedale, Newark, or East Rutherford. Hello, not anymore. Bottom line, welcome to a new city center in New York City. There's Midtown Manhattan and Lincoln Center, and now downtown Brooklyn with Barclays Center and the BAM Cultural District. What a clear slam dunk for all of Brooklyn.
And the arena is a clear slam dunk, but it's just one part of a plan that was billed as jobs, housing, and hoops. Projecting 10,000 jobs, at least 2,200 affordable apartments, and 8 acres of open space. And while one critic has likened the completion of the arena before the housing to having dessert before finishing your vegetables, Mayor Bloomberg seems to believe the new arena will be a boon to Brooklyn's bottom line.
It is a project that we expect will generate $400 million in tax revenues for our city over the next 3 decades, and it's one that is going to be a center of entertainment, excitement, and economic growth for Brooklyn for many, many years to come.
Norman Oder is the journalist behind the Atlantic Yards Report, a blog that chronicled and has often been critical of the project. And he's a little dubious of the mayor's math.
I can tell you that the New York City Independent Budget Office, which is a more credible body than the mayor, said that the project would be a net loss for city taxpayers. Maybe that's changed, but that's we need more credible sort of independent analysis. I can also say there was something very telling today when Bruce Ratner got up and he talked about meeting Mayor Bloomberg at the very start. Well, when the project was proposed, before it was announced, and he said, Mayor Bloomberg said, we're going to get this project done no matter what. And that's really what needs to be untangled, which is exactly how far did the city and state go to bat for this project.
What we do know is developer Bruce Ratner went all the way to Russia to find a partner in the form of Mikhail Prokhorov. The 47-year-old entrepreneur is ranked 58 on Forbes' billionaire list, with a net worth of around $13.2 billion. And he seems to have no buyer's remorse about buying the Nets and moving them to Brooklyn.
But what I see now, it's great. I like its energy. I like that Brooklyn is multinational. It was a center, and it is a center of the United States immigration. It's a lot of Russians here, so I like the place.
Across the street from the arena, another businessman new to Brooklyn is liking his prospects as well.
I've always been in Manhattan, like I said, and things are changing in Manhattan. rents. It's over the top. So we looked at Brooklyn, and it was a great opportunity. The stadium here, the area, there's a lot of traffic. I mean, we did our homework, so to say, And then we decided, okay, then this is a great spot. It's right across the street, And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more things opening up in this area.
I've been in the neighborhood for over 30 years, and I own an event company, and we've seen change come and go, and a lot of companies are trying to come into the neighborhood but are being priced out because it's not affordable for small businesses to come into. And also the people who are staples in the neighborhood who had ma and pa kind of business is kind of leaving because they can't keep up with the rent. It should be a marriage made between the two. Then I think everyone will be able to have an even balance of surviving here. Because it's like you got the big papa here, but the mama needs to be able to feed the children, So with that being said, I hope that, it's a change for the better.
And change was the order of the day at Cake Ambiance.
You're getting a bit of a makeover.
Absolutely, because, we got to move along. You know what I'm saying? We got to drag along with prosperity. We drag it along with, because there's going to be so many people here wanting to see how it, and so we have to make it pop.
Tammy from Crown Heights is happy with the project and sees a net gain for the entire borough.
You can see a lot of young people, middle-aged people, working-class people already have on the Brooklyn Nets hats and jerseys, etc. So they're very supportive of it. As you can see, a lot of people came down to see the ribbon cutting and the ceremony. So I think that it's going to be a positive ripple effect, and I think we have more exciting things to come as well.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at bricartsmedia.org/BIT.